Hey, what up? Brent the Broker here with you today, and today we're going to be talking about location. Before we get into the video today, consider subscribing, turn bells on for notification, drop us a like. We really appreciate your support. And stay tuned to the end of the video for the pro tip of the day. So we're going to talk about two key factors when it comes to location. A, how to determine whether you're in a good location, and B, some things that go about supporting that notion. So the first thing we want to talk about when we talk about location is the fact that obviously every area has these locations that are really hoity-toity, right? In my area in San Diego, you know, a good example would be like La Jolla. La Jolla is like one of the crown jewel neighborhoods of San Diego. Now, but we all can't afford to live in La Jolla, myself included. So how do we parse out the areas that we can afford? Basically, what we're going to want to do is we're going to, set a budget and go through the mechanisms of our personal finance, and then we're going to be left with some certain areas, some certain parts of towns that we can afford, and the ones that we can't, we're not even going to worry about. So how do we compare if one area is good compared to another? The main metric that I tend to use is the rate of appreciation of the properties in the area. So if you have area number 1 and area number 2, and you go back 5 or 10 or 20 years, and the rate of the appreciations of the home in one area is it goes up faster than in another, but they're both in your price point, or there's properties that you like in your price point in those two areas, then that's something that we're going to want to pay attention to. All else equal, if you like the homes in your price point in area 1 and you like the homes in your price point in area 2, then the personal decision is squared away. So then what's the best financial play from there? A good real estate agent will be able to get you the data, show you historically what's been going on with prices in these areas. Now, the second thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to look at some things that the area has going on. What kind of development is going on there? Is there new jobs coming to the area? I know Apple just signed up to build a campus in San Diego, so I imagine that part of town is probably going to get pretty popular. Are they building new schools, new roads? Are they building a bunch of houses and flooding the area with supply? That's something to consider too. So there's the rate of appreciation, and then these factors, the quality of school, the quality of the job economics, the quality of the real estate in the area, things of that nature, tend to support. You tend to be able to see why the values go up as fast or maybe not as fast. So, and the last piece of the puzzle to location is, again, your personal preferences. So if you don't have kids in schools, then the schools in the area probably aren't going to matter. But if you do have kids in school, then vice versa. If you like being outdoors by the beach, like that coastal kind of surfer lifestyle, maybe you're closer to the beach. If you like more land where you can have your off-road vehicles, your horses, etc., maybe a place like Alpine out east. There's the rate of appreciation. There's kind of the underlying circumstance as to pointing to why the rate of appreciation has been what it is, and any indications that point to what it might be in the future. And then the last piece of it, or just as an important piece, is the amenities in the area relative to your personal interests and your personal lifestyle. So the pro tip of the day is this. Your real estate agent is, at least in California, where I practice, is not allowed to comment on the quality of the schools or the quality or the nature of the crime. So those are things that an agent should not be talking about, and so those are things you can't ask your agent about. Thus, you need to do your own due diligence when it comes to the schools and the crimes, as a couple of examples. But what your agent can give you is data on the market. Your agent should know what's going on in the neighborhoods that they're selling and why an area is poised for growth or not, moderately, severely, etc., etc. So make sure that you're doing the due diligence that you need to be doing on your own and doing it thoroughly, and then make sure you're asking your agents the right questions about the data that they have, both past, present, and potentially for the future with regards to development and things of that nature. So that's going to be it for me today, guys. Thanks for sticking around and watching the video. We really appreciate your support. Consider subscribing, bells, like, all those fun stuff, and we'll see you next time.